guys, Archie Luxury. You're on the Archie Luxury channel, and we are broadcasting live across the world. That's right, guys. We are broadcasting live, fast and furious today because we need to get the punters in the door. Get the punters in. We want the punters in the door. That's what we want. I love. We want to get the punters in the door. Guys, what can I tell you? What can I tell you today? We are here. We are walking. We are working. We are talking. I'm thinking of what watch do I take to the UK? And I got to be honest with you. The Patek, I love my Patek Philippe. I love my Philippes, but I don't know if it's the right watch for London because it's a little bit, how do I put it? It's a bit fucking expensive. I mean, I think hey, we got Gunzap. Hello, my Gunzap. How are you?
Guess why I'm here?
You're here for the clip you want.
Well, no, I'm here because I love you primarily. But,
yes, sir. Maybe... Talk to me.
Well, I'm just actually trying to make it as easy as possible for you.
Yes, sir. We like easy. I like easy solutions. Easy. There's a fork in the road. I want the easy way, not the hard way. Easy.
I'm trying to give you the easiest way possible. And I just uploaded
Hey, it's Bremont. I could do the Bremont pitch here.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And I'm trying to fucking work out because I just uploaded 2 minutes for you to watch if it will ever come up. And you can just watch it now. And then you can say, and your line is basically, what the fuck? It's very simple.
Okay. Very simple. Okay.
But give me a second. Ask me some questions while I'm trying to see where the fuck this video came out of DaVinci Resolve. What do you use to edit your shit? Do you edit your shit?
I use AVS, cheap and nasty stuff. That's what I like.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, hello to all the viewers out there.
Yes. I got to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. I'm getting ready to go to London.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you something. It is expensive. Everything is expensive, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if I could back out, I would, but I've already got the ticket, so there's no backing out because it is so expensive. I'm going to have to look at some options here because things are not cheap. And, Gunzap, life isn't always easy. It's not always easy. Life ain't always fair. It's not always easy peasy. It's difficult. And I honestly, sometimes I don't know what the fuck you do in life. Sometimes you're the same age as me, and I'd like to retire now. You know that?
Yeah.
Do you want to retire?
Well, you know what? It's funny that you talk about this because, I was suddenly feeling this horrible angst over being 50. I felt like I was done and completely irrelevant and maybe I should just fucking kill myself. However, I saw this video on YouTube and this dude who was 85 or maybe 87 years old, right? And he totally had all of his marbles. And he said the thing that you have to remember is that the distance between 35 and 50 is the same as 50 and 85. That's another 30 years.
35 to 50
is the same distance as 50 to 85.
No, 50 to 65.
Whatever. No, hang on. 35. Let's do the math. 35, 45, 50. Okay. So we go 50, 60, 65. So remember where you were at 35.
Yes.
And where we were collectively at 35, right? And 65, we probably statistically will live to that. You know, if we don't, you know, if we keep going the way that we are, my old man lived the same way that we did till roughly that age, right? We have another.
I got a super chat in. I got a super chat from Mr. Zoso, Pontiff Rebel streaming Trump, President Trump. Love you. Thank you. Thank you. Indeed. Thank you.
Mr. Zozo, thank you so much. $2. Is that $2 US?
That's the dollars. It's dollar dazzlers.
Australia or US?
You love the dollar dazzlers. They're dazzler dollars. They're not normal dollars. They're dazzler dollars. Do you understand?
I get it. Thank you, Mr. Zozo.
They are dazzler dollars. You understand? They're not normal dollars. They're dazzler dollars. Okay?
Yeah, I remember that from back in the day. Dollar dazzlers, absolutely. Anyway, what I'm saying is this, is that I think we are so totally not done. Do you remember where you were at 35?
Yes, I do. I liked being 35. Did you?
Oh yeah, I loved it. You know, it is what it is.
What do you think the best age for a man is? Like at 20, we don't know jack shit, do we?
True. Absolutely. Yeah.
We don't know 3/5 of fuck all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I think the best age for a man is? Where we are now. For as long, because the thing is, we've got all this experience behind us, and for as long as we don't get taken down by all this bullshit, we are sort of at the peak of where we are.
We got a super chat from Patel Philippe. Patel Philippe, I've actually got something for my Patel Philippe. Did you know this?
No.
I got a gift for my Patel Philippe. I have specially ordered a book in. Actually, it's actually a magazine. It's a special magazine. Patel Philippe, I got a gift for you, and it's only for you. I got a gift. And you know, Patel Philippe, he's a cool guy, right? You know the Patel, right? You know him.
Definitely. Yeah,
the
100%.
Philippe, the Eeps. It's the Eeps, the Philippe's, Eeps. And with the Eeps, I got to tell you something. I got a present for my Tan Meister. I got a present for the Tan Meister. I'll show you. I got this specially in. Da-da-da-da! It's a special magazine. Lamborghini Legends. And it's all the articles about Lamborghini in Classic Car Magazine. And it includes Mura, Countach, Diablo, Murcielago, Gallardo, Aventador, Espada, Eureka, LM002, and more. Look at that. Beautiful. It's a special, very limited edition. I had to order this fucking thing in it. And it's got all the story on all the Lamborghinis. Actually, I might keep it myself. Let's just forget that. It's really fucking interesting. Don't worry about it, Tan. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not that interesting. It's boring, Tan. I got to tell you something. Seriously, I want to tell you something, man. Seriously, you know what? Life can be extremely difficult, okay? It can be an absolute fucking bitch. It can be a bitch, right? And I got to tell you something. Sometimes in life, we are given lemons. When life gives you lemons, do you make lemonade? What do you
You
do when
tell
life
me.
gives you lemons? You're just a bitch. It's a total bitch. Oh, actually, we've got a super chat from Patel Philippe. Thank you, AC3. Yes, actually, Patel Philippe, I got the book for you. The book, the magazine, Lamborghini Legends. $100. $100. It's a special order. It's not so much how expensive it was. I had to order the fucking thing in. It was difficult. Tell Philippe, $100 fucking dollars. Thank you, AC3. Have a good
Looks
show.
like we have a show sponsor.
The panelists on and make sure Gunzap makes more videos. We love you. You know this?
You
So,
guys hear me?
Yes, we can. What's going on, Machine Gun Chris? Talk to us, please.
Same old, same old. What's up, Zach? Hey, Archie.
hey man, how's it going?
Good, good.
Gunzap
Great
is a
editing, by
legend.
the
You
way.
know, Gunzap. I love your Aussie
Oh, yeah.
accent. That's what I really love with you, Gunzap. You know, how do you make a viral video? And
Tell me.
I got to tell you something, man. You're right. It's incredible. You've made some incredible shit. You know, you do some fucking, you know, if I was super, you know, I got to be honest with you. If I was really rich, I'd put you on 150,000 euros a year to make shit for the channel.
Oh Jesus, that'd
You
be
know?
yeah, it's lovely.
And
You
I
know,
give you a choice. You have a choice of a company car or a girl from our you could get a concubine or a company car. What would you like? A
Explain.
BMW?
Give me some bit of detail here. I mean, what am I looking at with a company car, and what sort of chick? You know, it's
Would
like
it be
A
a
diesel
Benz?
3 series, a diesel 3 series,
Okay, yeah.
or you get a choice. If you don't want that, you get a company, a corporate chick,
What's a corporate chick? Is she Japanese? Is she, you know? Details.
Details. Corporate chick is you know, have you heard the term corporate whore?
Yeah,
No?
I used to be married to one.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Ooh.
So look, it's your choice, Gunzap. You get to pick whatever you want, whatever floats your boat more.
Nice. Well, can I, you know, it's, I feel like it's Morpheus going, you know, the red pill or the blue pill. And I always wondered what would happen if Neo went, fuck you, and just grabbed both red and blue pills and took both of them at the same time. You know, breathe.
Yes. Can I say this to you, right? You know, I'm 52 in October, right?
Shit. Yeah.
I've actually got a friend of mine who's got a birthday in September, and they go, "It's a long way away." I said, "No, it's not." They're convinced it's a long way away, and I'm thinking, "No, it's not." But what I want to say to you is, right, in our life, right, you know, it makes you realize we cannot live forever. You won't live forever. We have a limited life, and you've got to enjoy what you can. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
There is nothing you can say there. We have to enjoy what we've got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I was talking to a friend today, and they said to me that, you know, someone said to them ages ago, you know, it's like someone said to them, my life has to suit me, not everybody else. And I thought, fucking, what wisdom. You know, it's like I've spent.
You know what is so upsetting now is that in this world we live in, people can't, like kids now can't move out of home. It's impossible to rent a house. Can you fucking believe that used to be a rite of passage in Australia? Don't you think? You move out. Your parents gave you the shits and you fucking moved out. I mean, that was always what you did, wasn't it? Wasn't that what you did?
Yeah, for sure. That was the rite of passage. That was the way it went. But, you know.
Now you can't even rent a house. You know, it's actually harder it's harder to rent a house than it is actually to get a job. Can you believe that?
Crazy.
Because when we were younger, it was hard. Jobs were hard to get. Remember when jobs were fucking impossible to get, weren't they? They were hard to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the worm has turned. It is shit. The worm has turned, big boy. It's fucked us. It's really fucked.
For us, we're Gen X, you know, it's like we're the next to inherit stuff, and you know, we just roll with it. We'll be fine.
What did you do with your inheritance, Gunzap?
I fucking spent it on drugs, alcohol, and women, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. No, not at all, because I look at things and I think, you know, it's not what I've achieved. I look back and it's what I've enjoyed. And that's the thing. I don't know whether I'm going to be dead tomorrow.
How much did you get? Is it rude to ask that?
On my inheritance?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, it wasn't much. You know, it was, let's say, 150, 160,000, something like that. But, you know, okay. I took a chick with me for the party, and she enjoyed it as well. You know,
are you still with that chick?
No, that was a long time ago. So, you know, here's what it is.
Yes, I understand what you mean there. Gunzap, Tan the man. Let's look at the video. Have you got the video? Give me the link. Can we share?
Yeah, I put it in the private chat, but here's the deal. You know, what the easiest way to make this happen is for you to full screen watch this thing.
Video unavailable. This video is set to private.
Oh, fuck.
You got to set it to unlisted. Set it to unlisted.
All right, hang on. Let me do that. And you can just watch it. And, you know, we can do acrobatics and stuff like that. It's only 2 minutes, right? And it's an edit. And all you need to do is go full screen. Just relax. I will fucking capture this shit. And
okay, tell me what you've done. Okay, I got the... Oh, fuck. Come on. Make it unlisted. Unlisted.
Yeah. I'm fucking doing it. Hang on. So private, unlisted. All right.
Yeah,
you are the master of YouTube. All right, done. It's unlisted. Do it. Full screen, so I can fucking capture you, yeah? Otherwise, you're a pixelated mess.
Okay, we're getting it now. Here we go, Gunzap.
All right, I will shut the fuck up. Oh, you're gonna play it? I just fucking play it. But full screen yourself.
A new brand, a new direction, and a whole host of new watches. I've been very critical of their price points and their designs in the past. Bremont would have been better to have a more conventional case with these watches, but I can see they just wanted to do something different. I thought the Supersonic was overpriced because I don't really care about the Concorde. It would be great to see a screw down crown. It would be great to get a slightly higher power reserve. Just because I think that something's expensive doesn't mean that it is expensive, if that makes sense. I think all of these watches are priced really very fairly for the package that you get, but you do have a unique design and a brand new product. So I think the pricing is really quite fair. I still question their design of their watches, but branding, their journey, that's what I want to talk about. The biggest change that we've seen so far with Bremont is probably the branding. The logo's changed, the font of the names changed as well. And along with that, they've kind of ripped out the Britishness. They are so hell-bent on creating a British-made movement. But to make that costs a huge amount of money. The Moon is what Bremont calls a BE36AL. This is actually a Sleater SW200-1B. My whole point about that is, yes, their watches are expensive. Yes, you might be spending £4,000 on an ETA-powered watch, but that's also your ticket into being part of Bremont. You're then joining that journey that Bremont are on. I'm not good with change, so when I've seen something that's been the same for years, I find it hard to just accept something new. So I went to one of their townhouse events, which was pretty epic. And it felt like you're part of either a secret club or a private members club. You are buying into this kind of secret club that is Bremont. If you want to be part of that club, then you're going to pay the price. Where you could go and listen to talks from adventurers that are sponsored by Bremont, or just adventurers that have done cool stuff. My views on Bremont have completely changed. I don't like change. And so all of these things coming together at once, my little brain is struggling to comprehend it all.
What the fuck? What the fuck is he on about? Bremont, new sponsors of the ArchieLuxury channel. Here we go.
Thank you.
No worries, Gunzap.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
Gunzap, you know, I got to tell you something. I used to, when I was younger, I wanted to acquire shit. You want to get a house, you want a car, you want an investment property, you want this, you want that. As I get older, I'm less about stuff and more about experiences.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I've heard the same thing as well. Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is there. Let me say this to you. Life, it's not a dress rehearsal, my friend. It is very short and swift and quick. You know, things happen very, 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 very suddenly, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you something. It's not always fair. It's not always great. But you got to try your best. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you've got to find happiness. What is happiness? You know, I don't know if happiness is the acquisition of I like to go and do adventures. You know, I'm going to the UK. That's a huge adventure for me.
So I'm a little bit behind the times, right? And I heard and I saw this stuff where you were burgled, and I'm sorry to hear that, right? But you lost your Patek World Time. Did you get another one?
Yeah, I actually lost 4 Pateks. I lost Rolexes. Look, it was very, very, I had some insurance money. Basically, I lost $300,000 Aussie, and I got about 150 back. Okay.
But in terms of the objects that you loved, right? So
Well,
I remember back in the
problem
day,
is-
the World Time,
Yeah.
it seemed to me that you
Look.
fucking loved this thing. And it's a beautiful, beautiful handmade object.
Look,
Beautiful.
it's. I lost a lot of beautiful things, but
But
you know,
do you
I
have
gotta
a World Time now?
I do. I have since bought one, but
Holy shit.
I got to tell you, I put it on credit card. My credit card's maxed out. I'm at 35,000. Okay.
What is a fucking Patek World Time worth these days?
Well, more than that, probably $40,000-$50,000 for one.
No shit.
But
Back in the day when I saw that you had, yeah.
I
Sorry.
have had a few. Hey, we got some super chats. Let me catch up. Bezels, $3 super duper sticker, and we have got Happy Meal, $100, $100, $100. That's right, $100 today. I'm just taking a photograph of this. $100 Happy Meal. I hope that if Angelic runs a dungeon tonight, Archieverse, JJ, Watch Hangout, Colony, and crew will support his efforts and bury the toxic sludge opportunists that pretend to have the Archieverse best interest at hand. Thank you for all the well wishes. Curly, I have made the Mookie's payment. Mookie's great guy. It's all been sent through, and I look forward to you and Mookie doing amazing shit on the dungeon. Let me say that to you. Amazing shit. And by the way, Angelic, if you're watching, I'm happy to get a paid gig. We can work something out in the future together. We can work something out. Let me say that to you there. That's what I want to say. I want to say that to you there. It's been a very, 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 very special, very, very special moment with the dungeon. It's working really well. And I got to tell you, man, I appreciate everything you do there, guys. I do appreciate it. Gunzap, you know, I had the robbery. That was traumatic. Okay, I lost a lot of weight, and now I've put it on plus GST. Let me say, it's not just it's not the value of the goods that upset me. It's like if you lose 300,000 in in share market collapse, or your super gets pilfered by some fuckwit accountant or something. That's one thing. But when personal things are taken from you, it's kind of harder. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. I know
And
exactly what you mean.
look,
Yeah.
I don't want to dwell on it too much because I've been there before and everyone's sick of it. But I got to be totally honest with you. You in life, nothing is fair. Nothing is certain.
But
The best way
where's your Patek now? You keep it in a safe or is it on your wrist?
I had a fucking 1,000-kilo safe they broke into. I've increased security, but I actually have most of my watches in the bank safe.
Isn't that crazy? In the modern
Uh,
world that we live in, that you can't just pick it up and show it to me on the camera now and share it with me. You own
no,
this beautiful thing and
no,
you got to
that's
go into NAB or something like that. You know,
actually
it's
NAB
like,
closed all the safety vaults down. It's only Commonwealth Bank now in the Brisbane.
holy shit. You know, when I departed Australia hastily, like 11 years ago, I left a shitload of watches in the NAB, in the city, in the mall, in that safety
Yeah,
deposit boxes.
yeah.
I haven't been able to get in contact with them. I
Why
had
is
all
that?
sorts of, because from overseas, you just can't. You know, it's like you call them on the line and whatever, and I left it and I left it and I left it. It's been 10 years, and I had a safety deposit watch box with all sorts of interesting watches. You know, for instance, I had a first edition solid white gold Eterna-matic, which was the first
Why can't you
self-winding
get in
watch.
touch with them? You just send them an
You just
email.
can't. You just can't. You can't communicate. What they told me to do was to get family, to get power of attorney to communicate with them. That was the
Is it worth
best that I
jumping on a
got.
plane and organize? I can't believe you can't make a phone call. That doesn't work like that. Like
I'm
you
telling
should,
you, it
you
does.
should,
Yeah,
you should be able to ring them for National Australia Bank.
yeah, I know,
That
man.
should be
I
a
had
piece of
tried.
cake.
I tried. No, it's not really, truly. From Amsterdam, I tried. I
Do you
tried. I
pay
tried.
the
I
yearly
tried.
fees for the safety deposit box, or what happened?
Eventually, the bank account that was linked to that ran out because it was like 750 a year or something to have that, and it ran out. They blocked that account, and I just went fuck it. You know,
Okay.
I went fuck
I
it.
don't.
But yeah,
Look, I, I don't think they would have thrown them out, but
well, the thing is my someone in the family is involved in banking and stuff like that, and said, oh no, they've got all sorts of regulations, but it's been 10 years, yeah. So who knows? But I have to fucking follow
have
up.
you not come back? Have you not come back?
No, I left. I left in 2013, and that's it. See you later. I haven't come back since. So, yeah, what a fucking nightmare. The family jewels is in that box, but it's not super valuable, so I didn't, too
But
much
why
other
don't
shit going on.
Gunzap? It's an air ticket. It's like $1,500, man.
Yeah, $1,500, but if you don't love fucking flying, it's 40 hours worth of fucking flying. You know, wondering whether you're going to fucking die on a plane or not. For me, it's not worth it.
Oh, come on, Gunzap. It's not that bad.
Yeah, truly. Yeah, for me it
Gunzap,
is. I fucking hate
you
it.
could fly back. Look, I can get your phone number now. I can't believe it, Gunzap.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm telling you 100% the way it is.
Okay, I'm just sending you a phone number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put it in the private chat for you, okay?
Yeah. I'm telling you, I have rang them and rang them and rang them. And it's like,
There you go.
yeah.
That's the customer service number. You just
I've
ring
got
them.
it. I've got it. I've done this. And they have no flowchart in their organizational procedures to deal with
You
an
just ask to
Australian.
speak to a manager.
I have. They don't know how to deal with it. They
Okay,
don't know how to
what
deal
you
with
do. I'll tell you what you do. You want to know
Tell me.
what to do?
it. Go on.
You send an email. Explain. You could put you. You are such a creative
Because
guy.
I can't identify myself to them. That's the thing. They don't know who the fuck they're talking to.
Okay, you take a photocopy. You take a picture of your passport and your driver's license. Boom, boom.
Years ago, I went through this so many fucking times with them, and their recommendation was to give someone in
But
Australia
why can't
power of
you?
attorney
You're
to
gonna have
deal with
to.
them.
You just contact them and say, I had a safety deposit box. I've been away overseas. I now want to come back and get it. What do I do?
Yeah, I did this.
You
They
need to
couldn't.
jump on a plane and come here and sort it out yourself. You can't leave it to other people.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that what you say is true, because impossible to deal with them from abroad. Impossible.
No, but
So,
you need to arrange it beforehand, and then you do this.
mhm. No, we'll see when I get around to it. But I'll tell you what, there is another super chat.
We got a super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat.
From Patel Philippe, and it's no joke. And what I want to say before you see it and it registers is, Patel,
Yeah.
I don't want to stop making videos, really. This is the thing. I'm so into it. And the thing is, at the moment, pretty much full time at the moment, I've got a month or two where that's all I'm going to do. And just see how things go. Be a part of the universe and do what I like to do. Archie, check it out.
Patel Philippe, here we go. Patel Philippe, $100. Thank you, AC3. Have a good show. Stay engaged. Get the new panelists on and make sure Gunzap makes videos.
Are you taking notes, Archie?
Exactly. I got to tell you something, man.
Go on.
Man, I love you. You know this?
Mm-hmm. I feel the same way about you. You're the star of the show, yeah?
I got to tell
I
you.
wish you would give me something to edit. That would be awesome.
Yes, I will get some stuff to you. I want to say this to you, Gunzap. Gunzap, I want to say this to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Gunzap, I think in life it's the memories. All you can do is have the memories. The memories you have, And it's funny, like you may have a relationship with a woman, right? A lot of these women, they turn nasty, right? But don't concentrate on how it ended. Concentrate on the good times you had with that person. You understand? You know what I mean? That's what you have to do. And speaking of which, we got Watch Lounge. Watch Lounge, how are you?
Good, good. How about you?
Do you have something to tell us? Tell us what you're doing for your happiness.
Well, I will say one thing. I am moving back home. People I know, because it coincides. I'm going to drop next week once everything is done and finalized, but I will be making that announcement next week for sure.
What announcement?
I'm gonna take over a business, but I'll let you know what it is when it happens.
Is it horology related?
Of course, of course.
Excited.
I got to tell you something. Gunzap, you're a hero in my book.
Thanks, man.
And I just want to say to you, Gunzap, I think, you know, you're living the dream. You were raised in Brisbane. You ran around, you did things. And I got to tell you something, Gunzap, that is very, very important. It's you got to remember this, Gunzap. Life is so fucking short. We don't own any of this shit. We don't actually own anything. We have possession of it for a while. We can decide where it goes, but even that isn't really up to us at the end of the day. Gunzap, get yourself a Rolex. Get yourself a Rolex, Gunzap. Get a Rolex.
What kind of Rolex do you reckon?
I reckon for you, a Submariner no date. Because you don't give a fuck what day it is.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Actually, it does suit me too because it doesn't have the fucking bubble as well. So maybe it's not a Rolex. And you know, where I'm hanging out now in Poland. Oh my god, the suburb that I live in with my chick. Holy shit, it is a fall from grace like you wouldn't believe. But
How do you mean a
there
fall
is
from grace? What do you mean by that?
well, the thing is, well, I got to tell you.
Tell me, what happened?
Well, I lived all over the world, right? So I had a startup in the .com boom in the US, and I used to live in a place called Saratoga, right? All the houses were $1 million plus, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, that's really when I first got into horology. And
Yeah.
I fucking bought myself a Breitling, Jesus, what was it? It wasn't much, right? It was $2,500. It had a digital top and bottom. I think it was called the Aeronaut or something like that. You can look it up, but it was the most expensive watch that I'd ever bought for myself. And I thought, oh, I fucking love this thing. And my mate, we went to Hollywood together, right? And we went drinking in this bar, and I actually met the brother of Sean Penn. And I went, look at my fucking watch. Look at this fucking thing. I love this fucking thing. And everyone was kind of laughing at me, and I couldn't understand it because this watch was like fucking $2,500.
Why were they laughing at you?
Because I was a fucking idiot. Because I had a Breitling Aero Timer or whatever the fuck it was.
There's nothing wrong with a Breitling. You should be proud of that.
Well, I was.
Fuck
but
them.
The thing is, they were looking at me like I was fucking crazy, and I couldn't understand it. I was so excited to have this watch. And I loved it so much.
You enjoyed the moment. That's all that matters.
But their reaction, because I was fucking like, look at my watch. Those guys are probably wearing Pateks, all sorts of shit and stuff like that. But for me, this watch was fucking everything. The crazy thing was how that watch died, which was I used to go from Saratoga to San Francisco, and I used to stay in the Mandarin Oriental every couple of weeks, and I go and buy.
That's an expensive hotel, the Mandarin Oriental.
Yeah, of course. I was making some serious money, and one day, right, I'm in this limo because I take a stretch limo home, and this homeless guy, he came up and he knocked on the window, and he wanted some money, and I didn't have any money, and I went home, and who knows whether I was drunk or not, but I fucking stomped on this Breitling. Like, I fucking stomped this Breitling into pieces because I thought, you're a piece of shit. All these guys are fucking, I never seen homelessness, like it was in San Francisco. I came from Australia, and I did fuck all, and I went out and bought another one, which had a slightly different font. But, it's a funny thing. So that was the sort of beginning. But I suppose the pinnacle of watch collecting. To me, I never got to a Rolex, but a couple of years ago, I bought a Pelagos. And it's a long story, but I bought a new Tudor blue face Pelagos and titanium, all that sort of stuff with their in-house movement. And
It's a great watch.
Yeah,
It's a great
beautiful.
watch.
Oh, so readable, so beautiful, but too high on my wrist. And I'm in Amsterdam, I'm getting out of the train, and I've got this thing on my wrist, which was, I don't know, I can't remember how much it was, because I bought, prior to that, I bought a Tudor Black Bay, and it had an ETA movement. I was all precious about that, and I went, fuck it. And I took it back to where I bought it from, went, fuck it, I want to exchange it for something that's a bit more, you know, the Pelagos. But
What
I
did they
knocked
say?
this. Oh, no problem. Yeah, no problem. The place that I bought it from, actually, for people that are listening, if you buy a watch from Gassan Diamonds, that's what it is. They just went, no worries. They took it back straight away, refund, no question, exchanged the watch to me. It was beautiful. But the thing is, I'm wearing this watch on my wrist. It's so high, you know, it's a very thick watch. I'm getting on this train and I'm banging it, you know, and it's titanium, and titanium scratches so easy. And, you know, it's pretty much my favorite watch, you know, that I've owned to date. And the thing is,
How was Sean Penn's brother? Tell me this.
yeah, he was cool. I don't know. I was pretty fucking wasted with my mate, so I can't remember a lot of what he was like, other than he was super cool. But when I thrust the Breitling in his face and went, hey man, fuck, I just bought this new watch. I fucking love this. Check this out. And I felt like the king of the world, like the $2,500 Breitling was like the fucking king of the universe. Everybody in that group looked at me and just went, I felt it. They were just like, who is this guy?
Ah, so what?
Well,
You say I was drunk. I can't remember. Just
Well,
switch it off.
the thing is at the
Who would
time
care?
I was so ignorant that I didn't understand that there wasn't much beyond that. You know, I thought, oh, this is it. You know,
But does it matter? Does it really matter? Come on, man. You're a great guy. You're cool as fuck. That's all that matters to me. You are a cool fuck. Okay?
well, you know, looking back, it's just really a story of ignorance. You know, and it's my own ignorance that has saved me, because if I understood that and really what horology was back then and how far it goes, you know, it's like, you know, Breitling, like for, you know, haute horology, you know, Breitling is fucking entry level at best, you know. And
You know, Breitling is, look, don't be such a snob. Actually, I'll be honest with you. If you had certain brands, I would hose you down, okay?
Mhm.
But I actually, can I say this to you?
Yeah.
I actually really like Breitling. And I think if I was starting fresh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, beautiful super chat, OG baby girl, $50. King Archie, enjoy London. Have a nice dessert.
It's very sweet.
Now, let me say this to you. I want to say this to you. I actually really like Breitling. And I got to tell you something.
I had the blue.
You know what? Why don't you get... I like the Super Ocean. I like the Navi Timer. Get a classic Breitling. Do it. Do it. There's nothing wrong with Breitling. You got to buy it secondhand. You got to buy it secondhand. Get a Super... I want to get a Super Ocean too, okay? I fucking love them. I love them. People criticize... You know, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I want a Super Ocean 2 again. You know, the vintagey one. Retro. You know, I've been wearing my Reverso. I want to take my Reverso to London, okay? What do you think of that idea? Yes, no, maybe? Because I don't want to take the Patek because it's such a bitch. It's expensive and I'm going to worry about it. I just want to wear a watch that gives me joy. Look at this. This is so beautiful. And this has got the strap on it. It's got the leather strap that timely behavior organized for me. I didn't like the original strap. I like this one here. It's beautiful on it. And I got to be honest with you, man.
I'm sorry, man. I just lost the screen. Did you show it? Show it again. Show it again.
Seriously, I'm thinking about taking my Reverso to London, okay?
Shit. Well, fuck. You know, it's like, yeah, the Reverso is such a beautiful watch, but
and it flips. See,
are you gonna have a fucking security detail with you when you go?
This isn't that expensive.
Yeah.
I paid 6,000 Aussie for it. Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful though.
It is beautiful. It's not about the money. Can I say this to you seriously, man?
Mm-hmm.
Please get yourself nothing wrong with Breitling. I think Breitling is a great. Let me tell you something. Can I tell you my own story? I want to tell you my own story. I was on a podcast with that fuckwit, timepiece gentleman. And they had Nico was there. He had a fucking Patek Nautilus special edition. All these people. You know what? I just had a Rolex Milgauss. Okay.
That's cool though.
No, but it's the same circles. Yeah. They were laughing at me. What's that? It's just a entry-level Rolex. But you know what? That is a lot of fucking money. Where I come from, I don't need to pretend I'm a member of a secret club. I didn't go to Brisbane. I didn't go to expensive schools, or I didn't come over. My parents didn't come over on the Mayflower. Okay?
Yeah.
And I want to say this to you. To me, I got to tell you this. To me, the Rolex was expensive. Now, the same thing with the Breitling. If I was starting again, I was thinking, I could almost have a collection of just JLCs. I would have a Reverso. I would have a diver, a chronograph. That's all you need. A couple. I think 4 watches is enough for you. 3 or 4 watches is enough.
I might agree with that. I mean, I was just looking at what I had, and it was the Breitling Aerospace is what it was, and it E79362. Yeah.
Sorry, give that to me again. I'm going to call that fucker up on the screen. We are going to call that up on the screen now. That was a Breitling
Aerospace.
Yeah, what's the number again?
E79362.
E79362.
That was it. That's where it all started.
Now, why don't you get another one?
That's a seriously good question, actually. I'd never considered that. I mean, one of the things I didn't like about that particular watch was that, that's it. That's the one. Unreal. Oh, my God. What that doesn't show is the digital side of things, but some of the functionality was dictated by the movement of the crown, right? And I found it got sticky. It was sort of difficult to operate. And I don't recall all the details, right? Because this was 25 years ago. But there was something about it that made me just, it became difficult to operate. And the second one that I got after I stomped the first one actually had italicized 12, 3, 6, and 9. What do you call that? Technically, Archie, the major indices. What are they called?
Yeah.
12, 3. Yeah, the major indices. What do you call that?
369 major indices. That's all they are.
Yeah. Okay. So the second one I got had a blue face, and the 12, 3, 6, and 9, the major indices,
what did you do
were
with the second
italic.
one? What did you do with the second one?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I probably sold it. I don't know. Maybe I left it in the States. I don't know. Yeah, it was just, That was it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, except it was italicized, yeah? But it's same blue.
I would say to you, man, look, I don't know if I would buy this model if you're going to spend the money, but what I'm saying to you is,
Where would you start in Breitling now if you're going to go again?
okay, I would say to you a couple. If you want a delicate watch, I'd go. If you want a chronograph, but you got to say, I got a feeling you're not really looking after. I got a few super chats. Let me catch up. $5. Juco, $5. Archie has a Rolex and didn't go to prison. You won, sir. Thank
I
you.
assume that's a reference to
timepiece, gentlemen. And we've got another super chat from Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle says, the Reverso is head and shoulders above. Look at me, Rolex. An independent, unique, classy gentleman wears a Reverso. Go for it. Yeah, I actually, I think it's actually quite beautiful, that watch. I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I agree.
I do. Now, we've got another super chat. OG baby girl. $10. I would really love to see a rerun of Archie in the retro shirt talking about flipping off his gold watch through the sunroof. Priceless. I got to find it. Have you got a link to that? I got to find it. Let me have a look if I can find it. Thank you so much, OG baby girl. Talk to me, please. What if I was getting a Breitling now? You know what I would get? I tell you honestly. What about the Super Ocean? What's wrong with the Super Ocean?
Show me.
Super Ocean Heritage too. These are. Look at this. These are beautiful. You can put it on rubber. You can have it on metal. What do you think of that? Second hand, they're a bargain. You like blue? Get a blue one. Look at this. Look at that.
What are they sort of worth roughly second hand, you reckon?
Look, Aussie, $4,000 or $5,000.
Honestly, for that price, I'd rather get another blue Tudor, like the one that I had, the Pelagos.
I think Breitling's more higher end than Tudor.
Really? Shit. Jesus, that's interesting.
But you know, Breitling and Tudor, they swap technology.
What I loved about the Pelagos was just how readable that thing was. I mean, oh my God. You know, it's like I wear glasses like you, but that thing, I could read it 100 kilometers away. Just one simple glance and the simplicity of it. You know, it's like all of these little marks around the edge of the indices and stuff like that. I don't want that. I really love like just simplicity. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. What do you reckon for like extreme simplicity and readability, you know, with quality? Where would you start?
Look, okay, if you want to go,
I love that one.
there's some amazing things. Look, if you want simplicity, you can also go for the Breitling. I tell you another Breitling that's a great watch to go for. I like the Transocean. Actually, that's not it. Let me find it. What's the? I'm just gonna find it. Okay, look. So look. I would say to you, realistically, right? Let's have a look. Let me have a look here. This is beautiful. Look at this. This is the Transocean Unitime.
Wow.
Look at that. I like that.
Yeah,
that blue,
nice.
that shade of the blue, 1960s blue, right?
It's like a poor man's Patek in a way.
Well, look at it. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that.
It is.
Madman. It's that globe. Remember those globes in the 70s? We used to see them around at airports and that, you know?
Yeah.
This was. Can you remember those click, 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 click? You know those boards that used to display the flight details.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't have that now. You know.
It is retro. I mean, you know, my only issue is that my eyesight sucks these days. You know, I'm wearing Coke
Hey,
bottles
welcome
when
to
I'm
being
wearing.
50, sunshine.
Yeah. But the thing is, I want something I can read. What do you think about the brand Chopard? Chopard, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, they're toxic secondhand, toxic.
Yeah.
Toxic. I reckon Breitling is a better way to go. I love Breitling. John Travolta was a Breitling man. You know that? Remember John
No.
Travolta?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. What do you reckon about, like, bring this up? Tell me what you think of that, if you can. It's called the Chopard Mamiglia or something. It's
Oh,
got the
yes. That's got the tire strap.
yeah, and it's got a power reserve, kind of as a speed gauge or whatever. It's so
Yeah,
readable.
look, I honestly, they're cheap as shit.
No shit.
Because they're just an ETA movement. They're nothing that's fantastic with them.
So Breitling's got
There you
its
go.
own. Yeah, it's not that. It's not that. It's like the Mamiglia 500 or something or other. It's got a very simple and distinct dial, and at the
Look,
very
if I were
bottom.
you, seriously, stick to Breitling. Get a Breitling Super Ocean Heritage, man.
You want to give me
Or a
another
Tudor. I
option?
reckon for you, the best thing for you would be a Tudor Black Bay. Get a Black Bay Pro. Get a Black Bay. Get a Black Bay. Get a Black Bay because you're pretty rough on your stuff.
What do you reckon about the Tudor? What is it? The North, whatever it is, the Tudor North. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
Let me just see if I can find on my end what the fuck I'm talking about here. What the fuck? It's North Flag. That's what it is.
Yeah, not a huge fan of the North Flag.
But
Do
again,
you
for
like
me,
the North Flag? Tell me.
I just like the simplicity of it. I like the power reserve. You know.
Let's call it up. Let's get it up. You know what? Actually, that could be perfect for you.
I was actually thinking about getting that in 2021, actually. Yeah, it might be the thing. Let me show you this. What are you doing?
I got to tell you something, man. That would work perfectly. I reckon that's a beautiful watch. Look at that. It's got the I love the yellow. Do you like yellow? Is yellow your color? Gunzap?
Not so much, but it overrides everything. I prefer that it was orange or red or fucking aqua, anything. But I love the simplicity of it. You know, it's just and readable. The contrast, everything. Can glance at it, see it, perfect. You know. Yeah. Nobody super chats with an idea of what I should buy.
You know, Gunzap, I want to ask you this. You've been to you got do you see why do women turn nasty after the relationship ends? Can I ask you that? Is that a wrong question to ask?
No. It's probably something I have a little bit of experience in, actually. And I would say there's probably a few scenarios. You know, I think, you know, if a woman loves you and you leave them under any circumstances and they want to be with you, you know, there's two things you can do. You can sort of, you know, this is just my opinion, you know, you can let them down slowly,
Yeah.
with a glimmer of hope. But if you take that hope away while they're still totally, you're the only thing in the world for them, depending on their personality, they might get nasty, However, if you very, very gently let them down over time and they find someone else and stuff like that, then, you're friends for life. But, if you break their heart, the saying goes, woman scorned and all of that, that has certainly been my fucking experience. Respect women. And that's what my father said to me, make sure you respect women. I never understood that. But holy shit, my life experience has shown me the difference between a woman that you respect, and if you don't want to be with her, still take care of her heart, until she's okay. And then, perfect. Another situation is where you go, it's over, there's no hope. Deal with it. And then they will fucking hate you for life. That's my experience. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I think women, they once they make a decision that it's over, man. By the time they tell you, they've been thinking about it for 6 months before they pulled the pin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think the secret is never to get yourself in that position.
See, men are very visual. We like visual stimulation. You understand? That's what we like, is visual. Okay? And I think the thing is, that's what we like. We like visual things.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point is
I
that...
don't know that I don't want to disagree with you, but I kind of do. It's like that saying in Pulp Fiction, with that chick, and she had a big belly, and she was like, sometimes things that are pleasing to the eye are not so pleasing to the touch. And I think that, I've experienced women that, weren't as slim as they could be, but holy hell, man, to touch them, what an experience. We have 5 senses, and for them to touch my heart and the tactile experience of them, and these sorts of things, it's like,
You like slim. So what was the comment about slim? How do you mean slim? I don't understand.
Well, I mean, we go out with a chick that's really slim, right? And that's the trend of the day, the skinny chick with breasts or whatever. And general society, this is probably the way it is. The cover of Vogue magazine, you go out with a model, and she's totally slim and all that sort of stuff, and your mates will go, oh, she's super fucking hot. But you get her in bed and you touch her and you can feel her rib cage,
Yes.
This sort of stuff.
Is that good or bad? Rib cages are good or bad for you?
Well, I think it's subjective, but for me, I've come to learn over...
Meat.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And while some people might think that isn't, aesthetically as pleasing as this supermodel looking chick, my God, I've come to learn that there's some things about me as I get older. I care less about what other people think, because I've had a bunch of fucking trophies in my life. And, and then I've had some things, Jesus, some wonderful women that are a little bit more than that. And I felt no shame because it's what I want. And, like I said before, the idea is that I'm learning to live my life the way I want. I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks, So, that's just been my journey. What about you?
I know what you mean, man. I got to be totally honest with you. I like a bit of meat. I like meat. I don't particularly, I don't look at the physical so much anymore, Physical is still important, but other things,
Mm-hmm. Like what?
You want people to be nice and kind. You don't want someone who hates your guts, do you?
Yeah, that's true. And what do you mean
And
about in terms of nice and kind? Like, what is that? What is that for you? If the chick is nice and kind, what does that mean?
I just, look, I think the thing is you want someone who's not doesn't fucking. You've got to have a certain click with them. You know what I mean? There's a certain click. You're into certain things. Like I couldn't date someone in my 20s because they want to go out night clubbing. I like to go to sleep about 10 o'clock at night, 10:30.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like to, I like a bit of intimacy. Intimacy is important. If they're asexual, I'd find it very hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, fuck. Also, we got another super chat in here. We got your friend Mickey, $2. Hey, Paul! Taxes can wait. You betcha. Let me say this to you. You know what I would say to you, Gunzap?
Mm-hmm.
I've often, if I was starting fresh, say I had no watches now, right? I had a little bit of money. I wanted some pieces. I reckon you could build a Tudor and a Breitling collection. You know what tuners I would go for?
Go on.
I like this North flag.
Mm-hmm.
I also recommend, have you seen the Tudor Ranger? The Ranger. You know the Tudor Ranger?
Show me.
Here we go. It's the Tudor's version of the Explorer 1. Just very simple. Look at that. I think the Ranger would be better for you. Look at that.
It's interesting. It's very, very close to the North flag, yeah? But
Except it doesn't have the yellow and doesn't have the power. It's even simpler. You know what I mean? It's just a very simple, beautiful watch to have there. Look at that. You know what else I would get?
Go on.
Black Bay. I would add a burgundy. I'd add a Black Bay burgundy as a diver. Look at these are fucking. I love these. Look at this. How could you not love that, man?
Has that got a custom, in-house Tudor movement?
Yes,
these
it does.
days?
Yes,
Huh.
it does.
I reckon
I'd
they
add one
just
of
about do
those.
it.
And you know what else I would add? I would add a Black Bay Pro as a GMT function. Look at this. This is like an Explorer 2. It's fucking gorgeous. Look at this. It's like a vintage Explorer 2.
That collection.
And you know what?
Yeah,
You want to add a chronograph? You want more? You want more? I would add a Tudor Monte Carlo Blue. Look at this. 1970s 2 reg chronograph. Fuck. Look at this, man. Look at this.
I like
Look
that.
at this. It's
No,
a
that-
tuner.
Oh my god. It is nice.
1970s.
Jesus. That's special. I like it. Yeah.
Come on, man. Please.
I mean, I'm
Work
showing the
with me.
richness. I'm showing the richness of my blood. Tudor, but not Rolex. How many Rolexes you got right now? What do you got?
I got 2. I got an Explorer 2 and I got a bluesy, 2-tone bluesy. That's it. That's all I need. Enough.
It's a gold.
2-tone, steel and gold. Oh, you haven't seen my latest collection, have you? So I put myself into considerable credit card debt, which is fucking stupid. I'm an idiot, but sometimes in life you like to have some material goods to make oneself happy. Are you a big material goods person?
Look, I understand the beauty of objects.
Okay,
So,
let me pull this up. You tell me what you think of
show me
this.
what you
Yes,
got.
no, maybe. Kill Bill fuck. We got a super chat. P Cars says to us here, shout out to legend Toyota Mo for hooking me up with Snoopy Moonwatch for my daughter's 14th birthday. She's so happy. Thanks, Mo. Toyota Mo. You are the best. Gunzap, what do you think of that as a collection?
What do you got there? Oh, you've got one of these Tudors. Obviously the Rolex, like, you know, tells people. What's this one on the top right-hand corner? What is that?
That's a
What's
Zenith El Primero open heart. You can see the workings on it.
Is that a? That's not a tourbillon, is it? Is it?
No, it's a fake tourbillon.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just an open heart. It shows you. It's called open heart because it shows you some of the workings. It
Yeah,
does
that's
look.
nice.
It does look a bit like a tourbillon. People criticized it by saying it's a hillbilly tourbillon. Yes, that's it. But look at that. That's the Reverso that I'm wearing. The Breguet in gold. A Patek. See that 6-piece collection. What more do you need than that?
Yeah, that's a big question. What more do you need than that?
But you're never happy. You know the stupid thing is we're never happy until what we had we lose.
Well, that's true. Oh my God.
Why is
How
that?
true
Tell
is
me
that?
why is that so?
I have no idea. Because we were never happy with what we had to begin with. And then we keep going.
Why are we never happy in life? What's gone wrong?
I don't know that it's necessarily what's gone wrong, but you know, it's like, you know, I think for me, you know, it's like, you know, back in the day before I was all fucking spiritual, you know, whatever I had was never enough. And the reason for it, for me, was that I wasn't grateful for what I had on a daily basis. I wasn't living in today. I was living in tomorrow, what I was going to get next, rather than going, what I have is actually pretty awesome. And, you know, like you say, when you lose it all and you look back and go, shit, what I had was pretty awesome. You know, it's because, you know, I took it too far, you know, like playing a fucking slot machine or something like that. You know, it's like not walking away, you know, staying at the table. That's what it was for me. I mean, what do you think?
Oh, look, it's there's many things in life that are not fair, you know? Slot machines, fuck. Don't get me started on slot machines. You know, they're very evil. They're an evil thing. But, you know, people want to do these things. This collection here, do you think this is a slot machine collection?
No, I don't. Not at all. I mean, I know back in the day you had a Reverso that, you know, if I'm not mistaken, was very special to you, right? It was a gift. And
here we go. Right? We got another super chat. Archie Board Chesterfield, the fourths, AC3s, Thai Sun, $2. Daddy, I said that you know want relationship with me. Look at that.
What does that mean? Abandoned children.
He's just having a gag. It's a gag that I did years ago. He was playing along. He's a good sport. Gunzap, how do you feel? Do you wish you had stayed in Australia? If you hadn't have gone overseas, what would you be doing now? Would you be doing customer support for Brian Burt Ford in IT?
I doubt it.
Fixing salesmen's mice. The balls aren't working and cleaning out. What would you be doing if you were not in overseas? What would you be doing?
Oh, who knows? Probably working at Intel in software or something like that.
What do you think? Tell me what you'd be doing, Gunzap.
If I hadn't left Australia, oh God, I would still I'd be still on my first marriage, right?
Well, how many times have you been married, Gunzap?
Twice, and one annulled. No, hang on, once. Yeah, I've been married once, and then
but the annul, that's bullshit. Well, how do they annul this shit?
Oh, you just do it. Like I got the second time I got married in Vegas. Yeah, and then many years later.
Annul, what does that mean? You get them. What's this bullshit?
No, it just means that you can talk to the courts and you can say, oh, you know, this marriage was never valid to begin with. And you give them the reasons. And
Is that cheaper than a divorce?
no, I don't know whether it's cheaper than a divorce, but it's kind of the principle of it, because you can say, oh, I've only been married once, you know. So, because, you know, how many times you've been married? You can't remember?
Oh, I'd say twice legally and once at a ceremony, 3 times altogether.
Yeah. Well, I'd be twice at the moment, but I went to the legal issues of being able to say I've only been married
And
once.
what was the reason for annulled? You never consummated the relationship?
I mean, the chick actually that I'm allowed to say this now because, you know, the annulled chick, she has now passed away, and rest her soul. She was so awesome and beautiful. You know, she was one of the most wonderful women, definitely in my life. You know,
What age did you get married to her? Fuck me dead.
Shit. That would have been like 27, 28, something like that.
What nationality was she, Skippy?
No, she was a fucking Yankee chick from Boston.
And how did she die? What the fuck happened to her?
Cancer.
Fuck. Did she have cancer when you left, or that came later?
No, later. Yeah, much later.
And holy fuck, how does that feel that you're not, she's gone?
Yeah, you know, what I regret is it was really, really funny because when I was living over in the States with her, I had a Jaguar XK8, you know, and the funny thing was,
What color?
it was black.
Convertible or coupe?
Yeah, convertible.
What color interior? The oyster
Black.
white?
It was black.
Okay.
And the funny thing is that I started seeing this same XK8 all over Amsterdam. You know, this was like two years ago or whatever. It was everywhere. It was like it was following me, and I was thinking.
So why the fuck did you divorce the girl when you had the XK8? You live in the fantasy, man.
Long story, but the thing is I saw this car and saw it everywhere, and I was thinking about her and thinking about her and thinking I should call her. And then one day I Googled and her fucking obituary. Holy fuck. You know, it's like when I saw that car, if I would have called her, I would have been able to say things to her, you know, and just say, hey, you know, fuck, I am sorry.
And how long were you married for?
Not long, couple of years, but, you know, we were together for many years before
Why
that.
did it end? Why did it end? You found someone else?
No, it was really about money. You know, that's what
you
it
were
was
buying
about.
XJ8s. You were buying XK8s. They're expensive. Jaguars are not cheap.
Well, the thing is that, you know, this was the .com boom, right? And I was
Jaguar. Fuck me, Dad. You had a Jaguar.
I was fucking. It was nothing. I'd sold the company, and that particular day, I went out because my mum, when I was 15, she gave me a Ferrari keychain. I watched Miami Vice. I thought, oh fuck, when I make it, I will buy a Ferrari Testarossa. So after the company was sold, I fucking went down to the Ferrari dealership, and they went, no, we don't have a Ferrari Testarossa, and you don't want one. The reason being is that this fucking thing will not start in the cold, blah, 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 blah. This is what you want, the Modena 360. So went for a drive in it, and it sounded like a fucking lawnmower because I was a fucking peon at the time and didn't realize that this was the Formula One exhaust note. That you know, I went, fuck, I don't want this car.
You could have got a manual. They had manual, the 360. You had a, fuck me, Dad. How much money did you sell the company for?
Enough to be able to buy in cash a Medina. So, but I didn't want it. And then I went, you know, I was distraught. You know, I was like, shit, I don't want a fucking Ferrari. I went down to a local dealership, you know, the next day and looked at a Mazda MK8 or MX8 or something, and went, this sucks. And then I saw the Jaguar, and just went, yeah, I'll take it. And it was fucking second hand. It was 30 grand. You know, that was it. And I just fucking bought it and fucking
What
drove
went
off the lot.
wrong with the money? How did you say you had money? What was the problem with money with this girl? She wanted to buy a house.
Well, you know, I can say what I want because nobody knows who I am.
Yeah,
and she has passed away. So, you know, it's okay for some drama. Yeah. So the truth of the matter was this, right? So she had leveraged, you know, we were living in $1 million house. She handled all the finances. And she said to me, it takes about 45 grand a month to service the house.
45?
Yeah.
4,500 or 45,000?
45,000, right?
What the fuck? What lifestyle are you living?
Yeah, well, I didn't know what the fuck I was at that time because I was young and ignorant. And I had a bank account in Switzerland, and I couldn't handle talking to my banker every month and going, I need to transfer another, you know, 45,000, this sort of stuff. It was embarrassing to me.
45? How much was the rent on the place? I don't understand it.
I don't know. It was leveraged to the hilt mortgage wise. I don't know. I didn't do the
Did you own it together or it was her house?
It was her house. This is how stupid I was. And, you know, at the end of the day, I couldn't handle the embarrassment. I gave her the power of attorney over the Swiss bank account. She fucking, you know, the way it works back in the day, right? You had a numbered account that wasn't linked to your name or anything. And then you had a public account, which had a credit card linked to it. So I could spend up to $20,000 a month, no worries. I was in San Francisco trying to buy a leather jacket. The credit card didn't work. I'm like, what the fuck? I rang the bank. They said, there's no money. And you owe us 20 grand. And I went home and I went, where's the fucking money? Well, she transferred it out. So relationship over. But
how much money? How rich are you, Gonzo? How rich are you?
Right now, not very.
Yeah. What's the richest you've been in your life?
I've had fuck off money.
Like 5 million? 2 million? 500,000?
Well, I spent it.
Sorry?
I spent it. So
how much?
What is the most money in liquid capital that I've had?
Sorry, we can hardly hear you, Guns Out.
Just hang on for a sec.
We got another super chat, Patel Philippe. This box is shit. Get a proper LV. Patel Philippe, thank you so much, Patel. This is my Scaleto del Tempo box. We're waiting for Gunzap to come back, guys. This is an interesting, riveting program today. We're interviewing Gunzap.
All right, I'm back. All right, what was the question?
What's the richest you have been?
What in what way? In liquid or assets or what?
What's the most money you've ever had in your life?
What, in my bank accounts or in
just
like what?
Total, whatever. What's the most you've ever had?
What, the highest? I don't know. It's you know, that's complicated, right? Because stock options, that sort of stuff. You know, if you've got stock in a company, it's like it's huge.
Wow. So I mean, you've lived the life, man. You haven't done anything boring, have you?
Well, I got to tell you, here I am in Poland.
Do you love the Jaguar? What was the Jag? Was that the best car you've ever owned?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm not really into cars yet, so
What happened to the Jaguar?
I left it in the States. One day I'll get another, I think.
So what happened to the Jaguar?
I just left it in the States.
Sorry?
I left it in the States.
You didn't sell it?
Mm-mm.
How do you mean you
wasn't
left it? I don't understand.
when I left the States, when I broke up with my ex, I came back to Australia.
Okay.
And literally, I came back to Australia and lived at my parents' house, and I was 29 or something, or my mother's house, and I left the States with a couple of $100.
But wouldn't you have sold the Jaguar? I don't understand this. Don't you sell it and say, well, I could get a couple thousand for it?
No, it was better to just.
At least, did you owe money on the Jaguar?
No.
Hello? Anything wrong? Okay, help yourself. So tell me, you didn't sell. I don't understand. So what happened to this Jaguar? Is it still parked somewhere?
Oh, she would have sold it, yeah.
I see. But how come you had to spend $45,000 a month? That seems a ridiculous amount of money.
Look, looking back now, with the experience, I was in my late 20s. I had no fucking clue about life, and how things worked or anything like that.
I mean, you could have bought a house. 45,000. Some people don't even earn that a year.
Yeah, well, I'm lucky with startups and money and stuff. Yeah. This has been my life. I build something and I sell it, and I party that money away, or get fucking women, donate to the female species, end up with fuck all, start again, do it again. So, yeah. It's my life, man. What about yours?
Yeah, wow. I don't know what to say, really. I don't know.
Well, you caught me on the downtip. This was the thing. I just sold, like 5 years ago was the first Gunzap video that I posted, and I just sold out of my latest thing. And I was in the down tick of a relationship and not interested in making money. And because I didn't need it, I was just enjoying life. And then I come to go on.
Tell me this. What is the most expensive thing you've bought in your life for yourself? The Jaguar?
No, most expensive thing I bought. That's an interesting question. Jeez. Most expensive single object. I tend to, buy things for the people that I love, right? And the most expensive thing that I ever bought for anyone was actually for that chick in the States. I bought her a Fabergé egg.
Fuck, how much was that?
Yeah, a lot.
Sorry?
A lot. Yeah, and she, it wasn't really an appropriate gift. She used to always say to me, buy me diamonds. And certainly I did that. But this egg, I didn't think had quite the impact.
No, we've got another super chat. Patel Philippe, $2. ASMR Whinge Talk. ASMR Whinge Talk. Yes, we've got some interesting stuff. Gunzap, I wanted to ask you this. You are a guy who has done so much shit. What did you do in America? What sort of startup were you involved with that you sold out?
I built the world's first unified messaging company.
Unified messaging. What do you mean by that?
You know, so you could do chat, email, voice over IP, you know, before WhatsApp or anything like that. So,
Oh, I see. Do you meet any big tech celebrities when you were there?
yeah, probably. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Who did I meet that was... I was in that circle, yeah? So, for instance, Larry, you know Larry Ellison?
Yes.
So he's the CEO of Oracle, and he's he's one of the probably wealthiest guys, top 100 anyway.
You know, Mr. Valjoux, we got a guy called Mr. Valjoux. He used to work. He was one of the first employees of Larry, actually.
No shit. Well, I'll tell you what.
Mr. Valjoux. Yeah, he knows him well.
My business partner was connected with Gary Kildall, who was the guy that made DOS, that sold to Microsoft for 50 grand. And fucking shit, man. Gary Kildall killed himself. Microsoft went off to make, yeah, because Microsoft went up, Gates went on to make millions out of that shit, you know. Who else? I don't know. So
Killed
much.
himself.
I mean,
He couldn't live with that.
I remember being at a party. Do you remember a search engine called Yahoo?
Yes.
So I was at a birthday party back in the day with one of the founders. What was his name? Was it Jerry Yang or something like that? I don't know, it's a Chinese guy. And he had bought, you know, when I was looking to buy a car, he had bought every color of the Medina 360, all of the colors that they had. And on the front lawn of his house, he had all of them spread out in like a fan. You know, it's like, fuck me. You know, it's like, you know, this was really, you know, it was such excess back then in terms of.
So this is what, early 2000s?
Yeah, so I went to the States in 1998. You know, I had a startup in Australia that I'd sold, and we'd won the Australian Internet Awards in Australia, and I'd sold that. And then I went to the States.
What product was that?
Same sort of thing, you know, it was chat, news, and email.
Yeah.
You know, it was communication software, yeah. So
holy shit. How did you get into this stuff, man?
I've been programming. I got a Amstrad or CRSA computer when I was 10 years old, no brothers and sisters, yeah. So I learned how to program. So, yeah.
Holy shit. That's it. That's incredible stuff. We got a super chat. Patel Philippe, $2. Gunzap was a big fan of your first app, Napster.
Patel.
And Patel Philippe, $2. AC3, would Gunzap have bought out your PC Repair Corporation? Thank you, Gunzap.
Would Gunzap have bought out the PC? No, really, Patel. You know, my thing is I invent stuff. You know, so for instance, you know, my first startup when I was 15 years old, right? I left home with my girlfriend, and I got a job in, you know, like repairing computer boards for arcade games. You know, and it was supposed to be a traineeship. You know, and but I couldn't support my girlfriend, you know, and I looked at this piece of glass behind me and I went, what would you do? What would you invent if money was not an option? You know, if money didn't matter. And I had this idea that, you know, what I would do is make a switch that worked through glass, you know. So, you know, you had a glass window and you could touch it, and then that switch would activate. And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I turned to the engineer beside me and I said, look, how much would it cost you to make a switch you know, could you design a switch that works through glass? And he thought about it for a sec and he went, yeah, I could do that, working on capacitance. And I said, how much? And he said, I could build you a prototype for about $1,200. And the thing is my grandfather handed down to my father a Tudor Prince oyster date. And, you know, when I left home, I took that fucking with me, right? I took that thing to a pawn shop and sold it, you know, for that amount of money. And I gave it to that guy and he fucking made this switch, right? And then I made a system for real estate that you could walk up to the window and browse all the properties, you know, through the window with a computer. You know, that was my first startup, you know, and that got us through the rest of high school and uni and that sort of stuff. And I sold that, you know, so, you know, there you go.
Geez, you're a very entrepreneurial guy.
Mm-hmm.
Patel Philippe, $10 Guns app. I first met Arch when I dropped off my 486 at Pluto's Emporium of Repair, and the fuckwit took my 3.5-inch floppy and replaced it with a 5 1/4. Then he stole my copy of Leisure Suit Larry.
Jesus Christ, I remember
You
that.
remember Leisure Suit Larry, that game?
Yeah, shit, yeah. It's like, you know, it under-delivered in the porn department that it was really the thing at the time, wasn't it? It was so risque. Were you in computers, Arch?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not a genius like you. I
I'm not a
sold
genius.
computers. I just sold computers, and I mean, those sort of businesses don't exist today, you know. It's a completely different it's a completely different can of worms, you know.
So I'll tell you about my downfall.
Yes.
Like, how the fuck did I get to Poland and broke as fuck, you know? And I'll tell you what it was. It was a moral issue. And I've never had a moral issue with startups, you know? It's like the one I had before that, I built software to visualize wind energy in Holland, you know? So people fucking hate wind turbines. And I was like, you know, put this VR on your helmets and see what the wind turbines are going to look like in your backyard. And that was a great company. You know, it was super, super profitable. And then after that, I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll do online gambling, you know? So I learn all about that. And I start to build all this software for online gambling. And then I stop because I think it's immoral. You know, I think, fuck, man, you're building an addictive product that is taking advantage of people that essentially don't understand statistics and probability. You know, these people think, oh, fuck, you know, I can win on this slot machine. No, you fucking cannot, you know. But I learned all the maths and I built all this software. But then for the first time in my life, I had a failure to execute. I just couldn't, with conscience, get this thing out to the market. And that's what cost my relationship. You know, my chick that I was with at the time couldn't understand what was wrong with me. And, you know, to this day, I still have this issue. You know, I built all this software, you know, and, you know, you can go to, you know, it's like I have this idea to be the Netflix of gambling for senior citizens, you know, that they do a subscription for $10 a month. They can gamble as much as they like for their $10 and maybe win more money, you know, but if they don't, they can play for the rest of the month. And, you know, just can't get over the conscience, you know. It's like, it's crazy. I totally lost it, Archie. So, you know, I make guns at videos and, you know, happy days until I fucking work out my shit and what I'm going to do next. What do you think? What do you think about the ethical issue of online gambling and senior citizens?
Look, it's I understand where you're coming from there. I mean, you don't want to make money out of people's misery or stupidity, do you?
I don't think so. I've never done that before anyway. That's not me.
I think you need to have some moral compass. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. The thing about money is how much is enough? You know what I mean? Like, do you need to have all this stuff? And I think sometimes you've got to guide yourself and say, you know what? You've got to be content within yourself. Do you have to own a lot of shit? Well, not really. What is happiness? You know, I used to think happiness was things, possessions, but I'm starting to think that happiness is, hey, JJ, happiness. Happiness is you, JJ.
Speaking of happiness, here I am.
We got Basil's Beezels, $2. Shout out to Virtual Valerie and Seymour Butts.
Oh, who's that?
No idea, JJ. Fill me in, JJ.
I don't know.
I got to tell you, Gunzap, it's an interesting dilemma. The thing is, Gunzap, okay, so you've had some, look, I think many of us have had some interesting things in our life there. You have some massive ups and downs. You've got to work out what actually does make you happy. Sometimes the happiest times can be when you're the poorest. You know, I know, looking back on some of my relationships I've had, I remember I was in one relationship. I had no money. I was driving an ex-cab, right? Actually, I had to give the car back because I couldn't afford it. It was $70 a week rental fee. But they were some of the best times when I didn't have much money. You know what I mean? And other times when I had a lot of money and I really wasn't that happy. And I met a lot of really rich people, and money is a good thing. I think it's nice to know where we've got a roof over our head and we've got food. But after a certain point, money doesn't really make you super happy. You see what I mean?
I've heard that, you know, and, you know, I think it's sort of true in some ways.
I mean, let's face it. Once you're a good friend of mine, he's got clients who are worth several. He's a high-end accountant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's got clients there, right? Once you're 80, does money really matter? Do you really want a Ferrari at 80? You know what I mean?
Well, I think, you know,
you just want to be able to take a decent dump.
And this is the thing, actually. I was having this conversation with Rolex. Rolex has got a Porsche. It's a Cayman. It's not actually a real 911. It's not a 911, Mikey, but it's a Porsche. And I said, you know, my BMW 4-door, that's actually perfect for me. The Porsche's too low. I can't carry any shit with me. I can't take friends with me.
Arch,
I can't take luggage with me. What the fuck do I want that for? Does that make sense?
Comparison is the root of all unhappiness, Arch.
That's true.
You got to just live your life. You can't measure up to everybody else.
But Gunzap, you know, some of the happiest times, I look back on my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember being on a beach in Thailand with my Thai wife at the time. We were on this beach eating seafood. The Mozzies were a bitch, I must say that. That spoiled it. But I thought, fuck, this is just such an incredible moment that I'll never have again, you know? And sometimes the best moments, you don't necessarily have to have everything perfect. Like there's some people who have to have the house perfect. They need the car perfect. They need the key. Everything needs to be perfect. And they have a little hiccup in life and they have a nervous breakdown over it. You know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think you got to be philosophical. Like you've had some massive financial gains. You've had easy come, easy go. At least it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all.
Well, the funny thing is I was tonight, you know, the hockey's over here at the moment, you know, and my chick loves this hockey. I have no fucking interest in hockey whatsoever. And she's, you know, she's got on the TV and we're playing Yahtzee together, you know, it's this fucking dice game. And I found myself thinking, you know, it's like I'm having more fun doing this than, for instance, being in Ibiza at the marina and spending thousands of dollars in a night with a bunch of people I don't know that don't give, you know, it's like I had more fun tonight with
just playing Yahtzee.
Playing Yahtzee, you know.
Oh, we got a super chat. Patel Philippe, $2. Arch, Police Quest, King's Quest, or Space Quest? King's Quest, thank you. I used to love Duke Nukem. Remember Duke Nukem?
Yeah.
That was
John
a great
Carmack's
game.
a genius, yeah.
Sorry? I had a friend who actually did a software game. I'll tell you a story. I got a friend of mine who's a developer. In the 90s, he had his first game that was very successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he made another game. He put all his money into it and lost it all. You know what I mean? Like, you think it's going to be successful. You think it's going to, like, it's a very small window of opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's complicated, yeah. You know?
Yeah. What do you think the new future is? Is it apps? Where is the money to be made? Apps, or what is it exactly?
No, that shit that you put on your head, Arch, the goggles, virtual reality.
No, it's not true. I've been there. I've done that. So I made that in the last 10 years. I made a shitload of money out of that. It's, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that it's AI. It's where it's at. That's going to change fucking everything, you know? But, you know,
what do you think is the best company, like, or companies, I should say, like, that you would be looking at right now?
What, to invest in?
Well, to invest in, or like, do you think we're going to like lead the pack? Like, you know, what's the next Apple? Like, what do you think?
Well, I think Microsoft has made some very fucking smart moves in licensing OpenAI and making it free, GPT-4, through Copilot. I mean, if you look at their fucking stock price, super fucking smart. And they're now, you know, AI is the thing. They're releasing these AI PCs. So, I mean, if I was buying stock, you know, Microsoft is something I'd look at. Another thing I would look at is ASML, which is a Dutch company that is leading the world in superconductors. So they make the, you know, the sort of smallest, fastest chips. Nobody can match them in the world. They build the equipment for companies like Intel, you know, so they're the lowest level, you know.
So are they like NVIDIA? I don't really know that.
Yeah, they're sort of like NVIDIA. Yeah, they're sort of like NVIDIA. And NVIDIA, if you look at them, you know, their profits are up like, what, I don't know, fucking 250% from last year because of AI. But I don't think that that's going to last, because NVIDIA, their A100 chipset, it's great for what it does, but it's not perfect for AI, you know. And I think, you know, there's going to be somebody, and it might be OpenAI that does it, you know, because they're going to raise $1 billion to make a new chipset. AI has requirements, you know, for chipsets. So I'd be looking, well, it's like everything. AI is the new fucking .com boom. You know, this is flavor of the week, you know. So Sam Altman is doing a fucking hell of a thing with OpenAI. That's my opinion anyway. But yeah, keep asking questions.
I got to tell you, Gunzap, man, you have gone onto the tech. What do you want to do in your life there now? What is it? Do you? It's funny. I got another friend of mine, right? He cashed in on the Viagra, that kind of penis enhancement type of drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
He made a lot of money. He lost a lot of money because he lived a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then he came back and he got one house. paid a house off. He got a normal job, and he's had a family and children. He says that's more happiness for him than having all this easy money that was there before. He says, it's more. He actually has a normal job. Um, is that what you want to do yourself? What's
Yeah.
what's the moment for you there? Because you've got a daughter, don't you? You got a daughter.
Hmm.
Do you want to have more children, or what's the key to Gunzap? What do you want to do, Gunzap?
Well, I have to say to you this. When I left Amsterdam, I sold every fucking thing that I had. All of it.
Yes.
And I came here to Poland with a MacBook Air and, my NAS, big hard drive with fucking 50 terabytes or whatever. And, a couple of boxes of clothes. And I got rid of everything I owned. And I sold my entire watch collection and everything. And before I left there, I went to this. It's not really a department store like it in Australia, but in Europe, there's this thing called Action. It's like this dollar saver, cheap shit place. And I went there, and walking around, and I saw these watches, right? And I bought a watch for €7.50. And it is this blue-faced thing that looks like it's a chronograph. But when you touch the buttons don't fucking work. It's not a chronograph. It is this thing. And I put that on my wrist and I went, this is it, stop being such a fucking big shot. That's it. And I went to Poland and, for me, I think that happiness is in some sort of kind of humble lifestyle. That's what I think. I'm happiest here than I've kind of been anywhere. I'm down to earth.
Happiness is gratitude. Gratitude. You got to practice happiness. It doesn't just come to you. You have to reinforce it in your brain.
I agree. And the thing is that a couple of years ago, I started making gratitude lists every day, and, so, on the one hand, I've got all this online gambling stuff that I know that I can reach out and turn that into something substantial quite quickly, if that's what I want to do. But on the other hand, just for the moment, I figured that for myself, for instance, I made a video today, this Gunzap video that I showed you, Archie, that gave me happiness. It's just fun. It's just, it's passion. Yeah. It's not about making money, it's just passion. And I know that there's a very small group of people that get a kick out of that. And for some reason, I like that, and that, I'm telling you, the Gunzap channel, I pretty much guarantee it's not going to be $100 million channel, but I like it and it gives me happiness. And my chick, it's just, so that's what it is. So I suppose for me at the moment, she sees it makes me happy. I figured that I was going to sort of do that full time for the next month or two and decide whether I'm actually, going to pull the trigger on gambling or, who knows, go work at McDonald's or something like that. Yeah. So we'll see, or do something in AI. So I don't know.
I got to tell you something, Gunzap. It's man, you have lived a certain life there. Do you sometimes wish you had kept some of this money, or like you could basically retired now?
Yeah, but I know that if I want to, I can retire in 2 years.
Yeah.
With this gambling stuff, I can do it again. I've done it enough times that I know that, but I have to be prepared to go through, because it's not free. When you do that, you build a thing, you're essentially sacrificing everything to do, or at least that's the way I have done it. With startups, when I do it, I tend to lose relationships through the company, and it becomes my entire life, and I'm so exhausted at the end of it when it's gone that you know, I got to have a holiday. You know, it's like it's crazy. So I don't know how to moderate. You know, but we'll see how it goes. I'm happy where I am at the moment. Crazy enough as it is, I like it. You know, so and I like making the videos, and it makes me happy.
I mean, that's the important thing is you've got to be happy within yourself. You know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Like when I made that first video, it just put happiness in my heart, you know, and, you know.
Yes.
And it's, you know, so is what it is. What do you think,
You
mate?
know, I got to tell you something, man. The important thing is, I don't think I got to grab the super chat. Super chats come in fast and furious. We've got Thomas Burnett, £20. Gunzap, this is to sponsor your next video. P.S. Come to London for the June Watch Show on the 15th and 16th, and we can party at the Big Bro House. Now, Gunzap, I want to say something to you. The room I have paid for in London has got 3 beds in it. Luxie's in one. I'm in one. You're welcome to have the 3rd bed. It's a free accommodation if you want to come.
That's sweet of you.
Sorry?
All right. I said that I'm eating nuts. Yeah, but that's sweet of you, yeah? I'll,
What sort of nuts are you eating? Cashews, macadamias, or pecans?
My chick gives me these things to eat. I don't know what the fuck they are. It's like birdseed or something.
Oh, okay. So tell me this, Gunzap, man. We actually I gotta say this to you. It's pretty inspiring. What was the best watches you've ever owned in your life? What was the best watches? You said you had a watch collection. What's the best watches you had?
Best or favorite?
Best and most expensive. Okay, we're materialistic here. What was the most expensive watches you owned?
Shit. Expensive. Yeah, I don't know. I have to really think about that. I mean, you know, there was a time. It's funny. There was a time where there was a time that I spent money like water, but didn't have an appreciation for horology. Right? Meaning that I may have bought something and I can't even tell you what the brand was, you know, but it was a fully mechanical movement, and actually I think it was a German brand, but it had a chime, you know, it had an alarm that chimed.
Wow.
What is that? And whatever that was
Was it a glass hood?
Yeah. No, or maybe it was 2 names. It was somebody in Sun or somebody.
Lange and Sun?
Could be. Yeah.
How much was this thing?
Oh, it was it was probably I don't know. It was you know, 5+ figures for sure.
We got a super chat here. Gunzap, you are welcome to stay with me in the house. Let me know. The Watch Hangout member for 11 months. Cardigans are for closers. Thank you. Gunzap, I got to tell you, man, fuck me dead. You have lived the life.
I still am.
If you have a problem marketing this casino shit, I'm happy to help you any way I can, Gunzap. I'll do anything for money. I sell my fucking soul every day on here for money. I don't mind. I don't mind, Gunzap.
Really?
I don't mind doing the nasty work. You just be the developer in the back room. I'll be the front man, okay?
Well, Well, if you want to take the hit on your soul for doing that.
Hey, let's go.
Well, talk to me about it then. I got the software.
Yeah. Let's do it, man. I got some really good contacts.
Okay.
We could do it.
Yeah,
And
well,
you know
I'll
what we
tell you
could
what.
do? You know what we could
Tell
do
me.
to balance your moral problems is we could put a
Yeah.
percentage of profit into developing software for developing countries and help people. How's that?
That's interesting.
Yeah, we can set up a thing called a saddle, where what we'll do is, right, for every dollar we take from people, we will put some money back into redistribute the profit, which these people, you got to look at it this way, Gunzap, they would lose the money anyhow. They would lose the money anyhow. So we're basically redistributing the wealth into things that we think is important. We could develop some stuff, Gunzap, to help underprivileged people excel and do stuff like that. What do you think?
Yeah, no, that really does interest me. I mean, the homeless, I mean, fuck, man, these people on the street, they're fucked.
We could do it, Gunzap. We can do it. I can help you, man. We can do this. We can get this off the ground, Gunzap. We can do it, Gunzap.
Arch, what do you think about a little watch question? Or you want to stay?
Throw it in. Throw it in
Or you
there.
want to stick to the meaning of life talk?
Throw it in. Throw it in.
Would you trade a Speedy 3861 Sapphire Sandwich
Yes.
and my Panerai 683 towards a Pepsi? Box papers, mint condition.
A Pepsi.
Pepsi 2019.
Holy shit. So we're talking about, just let's have a think about this trade here.
Well, obviously I have to add cash as well.
How much cash?
I don't know.
Well,
that's what I want to figure before I present it. I want to present it to a dealer. I want to trade those two plus cash.
You know what the problem is? They're two softies for a super hottie, okay?
Right.
They're not interested in that. The market is... I don't think you're going to find much joy in that, JJ, to be completely honest with you. Do you think you would have joy?
Well, listen, either the deal is right or it's not, and we don't do it. What would we do it at is the question.
Well, I got to tell you something for starters. What the problem is, the PAM's not really wanted. They're going to slaughter you on the PAM. And the 3861 Sapphire Sandwich, why don't you just sell it yourself, man?
I mean, I could, but I'm just thinking to make it quick. What would you think you'd have to add? Like, what would be a fair price to add if you would do it?
Well, I can tell you, for your Sapphire Sandwich, what's that, 6 or 7?
What, you talking Aussie or US?
US.
All right, say 6 maybe. Okay.
And for the PAM, probably 4.
No, the 683 is a submersible. The cheapest one I see is 8,000. I would say.
Yeah, that's Chrono 24, but JJ.
Right. I would say 6 though. I would say roughly.
See, I think
I would say 11 or 12,000. That might be worth.
Yeah, look, I don't think they'd be interested, JJ. Do you?
I don't know. Well, it doesn't. If they're not, then they're not. But I'm just saying, what offer would you accept?
Fool, I would sell it privately, JJ.
But let's just pretend, Arch. I know you're very stubborn. You don't like to answer the question. What deal would satisfy you that you would do it? Like if they said, all right, Arch, I'll take your Speedy, I'll take your Panerai, I'll give you the Pepsi. You have to add X amount of money. What would be the magic number for you to do?
5.
That's cheap, Arch. Damn, 5? So even if, let's say we say we're at 11 and 5 is only 16. Pepsi's going for at least 19, though.
Yeah.
More like 8.
You asked me if you had to add 5, I'd do the deal. That's what you're asking me.
I'd say 8. I think 8 is good.
Oh shit. Are you able to see, the thing is with you, you've got your own channel, right?
Right.
Can't you just offload this shit on your show? Surely you could get better price. Because if you can get, even if you get low wholesale, it's better than trade swap price. You know what I'm saying?
Thomas says 7,000 is fair. Yeah, but it's just easier. They send the label, you send it to them, you're done. Dude, to make like an extra $1,000, it's not really worth
Lazy.
it.
Lazy's never the way to go, JJ.
Nobody wants to buy watches off these channels, though. Everyone either has a Speedy or whatever. Do you find that people buy stuff off of you?
Yes, I've sold a lot of stuff in the past. I'm actively not a dealer. I don't like dealing in stuff. Okay. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you can't sell. I have sold things on the channel at times. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to see. I'll see if anybody's interested. But what do you think about the general idea to get rid of those two and get a Pepsi?
Look, a Pepsi is a fantastic watch. The problem is the dealer doesn't want two softies for a Hardy. You know what I'm saying? Like they would go the other way, but
right.
You know, look, the thing is this: when things are tough in the economy, they don't want to sell. If I was a dealer, someone came to me and said, "I'm not interested. I want cash for the Pepsi." The Pepsi is like cash, okay? Actually, the funny thing is everyone's doing trades. That's how dealers are making big money, is trades. You know that?
Yeah, they want to slaughter. Which I don't blame them. But I think the 683 is a pretty strong model. I mean, I don't think 4,000. Retail was like 10.8. It's a submersible. It's not one of the 2001, Luminors. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, the problem is, JJ, why do you want to get rid of the Pam? I love your Pam. It's a beautiful watch.
I don't know. I'm thinking about going all smaller sizes, like 39 and 40 only.
What the fuck?
Yeah, just 39 and 40.
Why?
No 42s.
JJ, you're the one who said to me they're girl-sized Pateks.
Yeah, but we were at war, Arch, and those were 36 mil.
What, you didn't mean what you said?
Did you mean what you said about I had the wrong clasp? Yes. Those were smaller, Arch.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But yeah, I was just throwing you for a loop. No, it's funny. No. You got so upset by it. I had to keep rolling with it. I didn't think you were gonna mind.
No, it's okay. I got to tell you, JJ. I would be.
You don't think I should go 39, 40? Stay 42 and up. I thought you said the other day watches are shrinking. Or is that not true?
JJ, what's happening is that you're going to get slaughtered. Dealers don't want that.
I sent you a photo, Arch, if you'd like.
Yep, I'm going to have a look at it now. It worries. Oh, fuck. It's beautiful. JJ, why would you sell it, man? It's beautiful.
Look, it's just a thought. We're just doing a thought exercise here, Arch.
Yeah, no, I understand. Look, you know what? I kicked around selling my JLC. Did you see that the other day?
No, tell me. What are we going to do? Reverso?
Was I hosed down? You know what? I'm just going to bring this up on the screen here now. I was hosed down, JJ. Here we look at that, JJ.
I like the color match date wheel on it, I have to say. And I like the touch of blue. The orange
I love
strap
the orange.
is a
I
little,
love the way you've incorporated the orange to it. And the submersible, they are the proper 300-meter divers on the Panerai range. I wouldn't sell this. Just fucking... This is such a cool casual watch, JJ. This is 44 mil, isn't it? 44?
Yeah, 42 mil. 42 mil. That's
it's 42?
Strap. Yeah, it's 42. I sent you it on the leather, too. So you could see a different...
I got to tell you, man.
That's what's cool about it, the straps. You know, you could switch it up a lot.
That's playing... Now, has it got the spring-loaded thing on it?
What do you mean the spring-loaded thing on it?
On some submersibles, they've got a spring-loaded... spring-loaded...
So about the lugs? I mean, the pins?
Yes.
Yeah, it changes really easy. It's very, very...
Someone told me if you fuck up that spring loading, they got to replace the whole case. They can't fix it.
Oh. I mean, I don't know how you would. They give you the tool. You press down on one and push the other side. It comes right out.
But if it gets broken, if that thing gets broken, there's nothing they can do.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying or not?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I never heard that before, but...
Holy fuck, that is... I like your color scheme. That color is the same as... I got that color scheme at my house.
You like that?
I love it. It's so readable. And,
it is.
And minimalist. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Here we go. We've got a super chat here. Let's have a look here. Cardigans are for closers. Watch Hangout member for 11 months. Thank you, JJ. And JD, $8. Arch, pull up the JLC World Time in gold listed on Vintage Watch Co. Red shovel. Okie dokie. Let's get this fucker on the screen.
Arch, while you pull that up, can I just ask you if you spoke about the new perpetual calendar from JLC?
No, I have not.
The blue dial? Oh, it's
holy shit. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at that.
Very nice.
Look at that. That is absolutely... That's the watch. Actually, you know, the funny thing is, this is the same watch I had the photos of. My friend bought it, and he's a bit of a mini dealer. He's selling it through them, I think. I think it's the same watch. Look at that. Fuck. It's absolutely beautiful. That is a very, very beautiful watch. It's fucking gorgeous, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's
Red
incredible.
Shovel wants this? He's going to wear this to travel to all the shows, I guess, maybe.
It is beautiful.
It looks nicer than the Patek World Time, Arch. What do you think about that?
It's different. I will grant you that. Let me say that to you. It is fucking. It is different.
The dial, at least. The dial, I like.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the dial rotates. See how it's got Auckland. They've all got Auckland. I don't know if that is. I think that's fixed.
Oh, all right. Yeah, because I don't see a pusher for it either.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh, that part's not
no.
as cool.
I've got a feeling it's like the Omega one.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the fact it's got Hong Kong. It doesn't say Beijing. Hong Kong.
Older model, maybe. I like the dial better, but I don't like the case better, and I don't like that it doesn't move either. The price is very similar too. I'd probably just get the Patek World Time. What size is that bad boy, Arch?
That's 42 mil. 42 mil, JJ. 42 mil. 42 mil.
It's big. You got another super chat there when you get a chance.
Okay, that's 41.5, just under 42, just under. It's amazing piece. M3 6-speed, $5. Great show, Arch and JJ. All the best guys. Thank you.
Oh,
Indeed.
Thank you. Let me see if I can find that new perpetual calendar. I'll send you the link. It is sweet. Master control. Is it ultra then?
I gotta be honest with you, JJ. I think this could be. I could fucking easily. Can I ask you something? You're a cool man, right, JJ?
Okay, if you say so.
Why the fuck can't a man like you, who is so fucking cool, why the fuck can't you just collect JLCs? That would make you so cool in my book. You know, Gunzap, that's what I want from a real man, is somebody who says, fuck the norm, fuck Rolex, fuck Patek, fuck AP, fuck them all. All I collect is JLCs.
I'm sure there's somebody out there like that.
I could sell my world time, get this, and get some change.
Why don't
Right?
you be the man that you want to be? And you just
That's a good point. Be the man you want to be. I like that. What do you think, Arch?
Because these are pretty good bargain pack JLCs.
Will you be the man that only buys JLC?
What do you think? What's wrong with JLC? They're a great brand, don't you think?
No, I'm just asking.
it doesn't matter what we fucking think. It's what matters. And apologize for swearing, but it's what you think. You just said you want that man. You could be that.
I would
man.
like to be the man who says, I just buy JLCs. That's all I buy, JLCs. Fuck the rest. JLC, JLC.
Are you going to sell your Rolex for a JLC?
I'm going to pay some fucking credit card debt off. I tell you one thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I could cash out of... I could get rid of some of my pieces and just have JLC. What's wrong with that? 4 or 5 JLCs.
Doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. I want to see you be the man you want to be. So what are you going to do? Sell the 5 pieces, and what's the next JLC you're going to get?
I'd fucking sell the world time, get this. That gives me $10,000. Right?
Sharp. Go on.
JLC. I'd like to just have JLCs. What do you think of that as an idea?
Arch, I got the perfect watch for you to kick it off.
I think if it makes you happy as fuck and it gives you mojo, do it.
Arch, I just think
You
the
really do
perfect watch to do it with. Go ahead. That's the first one to kick it off. Tell everyone you don't give a fuck.
Uh-huh. I love it.
Holy fuck. I can buy it secondhand a lot cheaper than that, JJ.
That's just for photos, Arch, for good photos.
I'm pulling it up now. Let's have a look what JJ's talking about. I'm bringing it up on the screen now. Fuck yes, JJ.
Yeah, man.
Check out the gold one with the blue dial. You'll love that one. Is it on there, or is it only showing the silver? I mean the steel.
The steel.
How
The steel's
thin is it?
there.
What's the thickness of
Beautiful.
that watch?
What perpetual calendar, for God's sake.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rose gold with a blue dial. It's beautiful. It's not coming up there. There it is. See it in the middle? There you
Oh,
go.
wow. Look at that.
That's the one you need, Arch. Look at that.
Uh-huh.
You love blue dials. This could be it for you, Arch. This and the bluesy.
Sorry?
This and the bluesy could be your two pieces.
Get rid of the bluesy. Just JLC man. I want to become just a JLC man.
Yeah, but what are you going to get
do
as like an everyday piece? Polaris? I think this perpetual calendar is amazing. No?
What's
It's
going to be
beyond
your
me.
beater? What's the everyday watch?
I could I've got the JLC master compressor chronograph. I got the Reverso. I'd get the geophysics, and you'd have this. What more do you want?
Yeah, that'll
Don't
pretty
you
much
think?
cover it. Yeah, yeah.
What more do you want in life? It's the meaning of life.
I think you might have achieved perfection. But can you do it? Can you like jump off the Rolex boat, which communicates status for, you know, most people that have no fucking idea about horology? That Rolex on your wrist says status to every fucking geezer on the street that looks at this and has no idea what this is.
Isn't that good, but?
Well, in my opinion, you know, you have arrived. If you want to be the JLC man, you want to build this perfect collection of that, and it is, you know, the life that suits you, not everyone else. Fuck, you've arrived. Just my opinion, yeah. What do I fucking know?
I got to tell you, JJ, this you've really hit the nail. I wish I had the guts to do it. Why don't I do it? Because I'm a fucking coward, JJ. I'm a coward. Okay.
Don't be a pussy, Arch. Just do it. Get this. One and done. You could get, actually, no, you need two pieces. You need a sports piece, though. I think that's what's stopping you. What if you sell everything else and get this and keep the bluesy? And then when you get your balls up and you're feeling good, then you could flip off the fucking bluesy. It could be like a cradle for you, like a pacifier, you know? It'll keep you from feeling shitty because you'll still have a Rolex. This might go down as one of your worst ideas ever if you do it, though.
Yeah, but there's, well, but you could also go the same way with Patek, yeah?
Yeah. I think this watch is absolutely gorgeous.
You know, it is absolutely gorgeous. The only thing is, you've got to be independent. See, JJ, you'd be very hard to sell. JLC is a great brand, but it's would you concentrate on one brand? Gunzap, I can see you doing it, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gunzap, we once we make a lot of money in this casino shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's fucking get some watches together, man. Let's get you stocked up. We'll get you stocked up, man.
You know what I think?
And I'll buy pre-owned ones for you so that you get amazing bang per buck. Fuck paying retail.
Do you know what I like? I like this movie, The Shawshank Redemption. You seen that?
What happened in there? Tell us this thing.
There was just this moment. Like, have you seen it?
I have. Go on. Share it with the people.
Okay, so there's a moment where this guy, Andy Dufresne, he's in prison. He's just arrived in prison. You know? He's on the top of this building. You know, they're tarring the top of this building. You know?
Yes.
And this guy, you know, this guard, who's a fucking badass, he's bitching about taxes. And Andy Dufresne walks up to him and goes, I can give you some tax advice. And, you know, nearly throws him off the building. And he said, all I will ask for this advice is beers for my co-workers. And everybody thought, you know, what the fuck? Why is he doing this? Just to appear normal. And I think, wouldn't it be really fucking cool? Like, you know, in a blue sky world, imagine that we do this fucking gambling thing together, right? Just for the moment. And imagine that some of the proceeds for that goes to the ArchieLuxury community, and they end up with these super fine watches that they've always wanted, they can't afford. We distribute a percentage of that to the loyal followers of the Archieverse. What do you think of that?
Hey, that's a real cool idea.
Maybe we should have a like you can do a survey. I saw the other day that someone pulled up a survey. Like maybe there should be a group conscience. Should we do this? Give it a shot and see what the community thinks. Or maybe I'm out of luck.
Good
What
point.
do you think? What do you think? You got the power, man.
Very true point there. It's a very, very good point. You raised some good points, Gunzap.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I tell you what. Gunzap, what watch would you get first? We've discussed a few watches. Would you like one of these perpetual calendars?
It's not really for me. You know, it's like, you know, for me, it's like I said, you know, it's simplicity. You know.
I know what, you know, we'd buy part. Can I show you what we'd get partner watches for me and you once we set this LLC up?
Mm-hmm.
What color do you want? All white.
Go on.
Which one of these do you want there, Gunzap? Pick one. Which one do you want? I'll go for the blue one. Which one do you want?
The red on the right.
I guess I'll take the green.
Perfect.
How about you,
I'll show
JJ?
you.
You go for the green.
If I was to pick any of them, I'd probably take the blue. I like blue.
Well, I'll show you something that's
Got a
really.
super chat in. AD never calling. $2 super sticker. Thank you, AD never calling. I wish I had the balls to do that, JJ. You know that?
Yeah.
I really wish I had the balls to just be a JLC man.
Why?
That's
So
it.
then why don't you? Do you not give a fuck what people think, or do you give a fuck what people think? Which one is it?
It's a tricky thing, JJ.
Yeah, sure is. Walking the fine line between collector and kudos.
Because I do love, I'm wearing this and I love it. You know, I love the Reverso.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking that to England, by the way, JJ. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's a proper watch for London. Why not?
You want to see something crazy, Archie?
Yes, sir.
Look in the private chat. You know, you want to have a couple of couples watches. Check out this.
Yes, that's the GP. That's right. Yeah, I've seen that. You like it?
It's fun, yeah. It's serious fun.
Yeah, I'm going to share that. This is for people. Yeah, it's an amazing watch. They also did the casino wheel, you know, the roulette wheel as well. Watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's about 300, I think.
Yeah.
But they didn't make a whole heap of these, but it, you know, that really communicates where you are and what you're doing.
100% right. Gunzap.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this thing going, man. Let's get some watches for each other. Come on, I'll be your moral conscience. Where do you want me to relocate? Can we relocate somewhere? Where do we start? Let's get this fucker off the ground. Let's do it, man.
What does the community think? Should we have a vote for the community?
Gunzap will make a lot of money. Do you remember that Pet Shop Boys song? Let's make a lot of money.
You know
Remember
what?
that song?
I've got fucking tickets here in Poland.
You know the Pet Shop
for
Boys?
the Pet Shop Boys. Yeah, fuck. I've got tickets to go to them.
Remember that song? Let's make a, you know, West End Town. Da da da.
Mm-hmm.
Remember West End Town? I used to love the Pet Shop Boys.
Big time.
You know that song Rent Boy, Rent. Rent. I pay the rent. Remember that song?
Yeah, yeah. I love
They
you.
were.
You pay the rent.
Yes, yes. It's a great song, wasn't it?
Mhm.
The Pet Shop Boys. How could you not love the Pet Shop Boys? JJ, you a Pet Shop Boys fan?
I cannot say that I am, Arch. I apologize, but
Let's make a lot of money. I love that they had such a good good thing going there. It's a sin. Remember that? That was always what was the song? Rent. That song was called Rent. You pay my rent. Remember that?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I love you. You pay my rent. Yeah.
speaking of paying the rent, you got a super chat from Mo.
Toyota Mo, to $1 super sticker. Thank you, Toyota Mo. Mookie's just sent me the ultimate sports watch, and I like these. I actually owned a Polaris. I love the Polaris, and I got to be totally honest with you. They're a great watch. Just bringing it up on the screen for us to share here. This is Mookie's. I think these are fucking beautiful. And they got an inner chapter ring, a adjustable inner chapter ring. What do you think, JJ? Is that a sports watch or not?
Oops, sorry, I was muted. Yes, it is definitely a sports watch. I like it. I would like a little more on the dial, though. I don't know. Maybe go chrono? Or do you like it, the easy layout like this? Didn't you have this at one point?
I had the Polaris chronograph. I had the 2-register chronograph. I fucking love that watch. They're a great. I love JLC. They make such beautiful pieces.
There you go, Arch. There's your two-piece. Perpetual
We got Cabby Lake, $5. Just catching up on the stream. Gunzap, your story is fascinating. Really enjoyed listening. I got to tell you, Gunzap, you're a fucking genius. You're a genius. And what I love about you is you remind me. You remember. I tell you who I was a huge fan. You are Ivor Davies fan, Gunzap?
A what? A who?
Ivor Davies fan, Icehouse.
No, not so much. Yeah.
Remember they had the song Electric Blue? They shot that in Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they did the rock video, Electric Blue? You can see that Westfield Tower. You know, that tower in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Arch, you know what I just
remind you of that tower?
No, you remind me of that. You're so cool, like Ivor Davies. You don't give a fuck about money or capitalism or selling out. It's about happiness. Like you've got a real Aussie twang to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Aussies, like we're not just motivated by money and material goods. I don't know if you realize this, Gunzap, but the ArchieLuxury character is a satire on extreme materialism.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, you do realize all this shit won't make you happy. You know this, don't you?
I've been there and tried it. So yeah, a couple of times. Yeah, who didn't?
Arch, you know what I realized? Mookie is that guy you're looking for. He's a JLC man.
JLC man. We got a super
chat.
Pavel, $10. Pick up your skirt, grab my horns, and let's make some money. Gunzap. Pick up your skirt, grab my horns, let's make some money. Ah, that's
Pavel.
right. Remember that song?
Oh my God.
I can program a computer. That's you. That's Gunzap. I can program a computer. Remember that? That song.
Mm-hmm.
Gunzap.
Yeah.
I can program a computer. Remember that? I studied at the Siobhan.
Pavel, maybe you're right. Maybe I should pick up my skirt, grab the horns and make some cash.
Yeah, Gunzap.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Fuck it, Gunzap. Do it, man.
Yeah.
Let's
Maybe
make some money.
we should have a survey. Can we do? How do we start a survey in
I
this thing?
can do a poll.
That's it. Do it. Let's get a group consciousness.
For money. Let's do the poll. I'll do a poll now. We'll do a poll now. I'm going to do a poll. Should Gunzap sell his soul for money? Yes or no?
Well, I don't know, but yeah, why not?
Should Gunzap sell his soul for money?
What a terrible poll this is, I gotta say.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm interested in the outcome. How do I see it?
You should never sell your soul. It's priceless.
Yeah, but he's selling out his principles. He's going to cause misery to people around the world. You know what I mean?
It depends how you look at it. You're providing a service people enjoy.
It causes misery. You're going to cause pain and suffering to people around the globe, isn't it?
Is that your model for this live stream?
Satine.
You know what I'm saying, JJ? Let's make some money.
Well, let's see. Let's see what the community says.
Da 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 da. You know, that's the Pet Shop Boys. You know, I love the Pet Shop Boys. Whatever happened to them, Gunzap? They're still around, aren't they?
I've got tickets to see them in a couple of months here in Poland.
Pets RS took them over. That's what happened.
The Pet Shop Boys, man, they still exist. They played in Sweden a couple of months ago. They are fucking good, man. And the guy's like a fucking 1,000 years old now. And they're really good. They're still really good. It's amazing.
Oh, sorry. Thought I was muted. Somebody's sending me clips of.
That's okay, man. You can do anything you want, JJ. We love you. You
Archie.
can do no wrong on the Archieverse. Me and you, JJ. I tell you what. Let's get a partnership going. Me, you, and Gunzap. We're gonna take those 3 JLCs as partner watchers. It's like Sterling Cooper. We've got our own version of JLCs, man. Let's do it, man. Let's make some money.
I'm in. Let's do it.
I want to buy Mercedes with electric starters. Electric Eco 48-volt battery starters. Boost. Eco Boost, fuckers.
Arch, you ever get these shorts that people send you of a girl like falling downstairs or falling off a cliff, and then that song, Josie's on a vacation far away, comes up?
No, I've never got that, JJ.
Oh, you're lucky, because it's like nonstop. I think I've gotten probably 10 of them already.
Maybe they're trying to tell you something that I don't know, JJ.
I don't know, maybe.
What do you think?
Know. I'm still thinking about which JLC I want to get. Probably that Perpetual.
What's your story, JJ? I don't know anything about you, but apparently you're legendary.
I have a short story. I don't really give away all my personal info on here, but I am a watch enthusiast who enjoys collecting watches, and I found Archie's show probably a few years before the pandemic, but I only watched his Paul Pluta channel. I didn't really watch his characters. I just liked when he would do watch reviews. I used to enjoy those. And I was pretty sick with COVID, and I was in the hospital for a couple of weeks, and I watched, I think, every possible review video Archie ever did, and that's when I started watching like the live streams a lot, and that was it. I think I was on. Was I on before that, or was that after Arch?
You came on. Remember when the dog trainer and Clivers left me, abandoned me. They abandoned me, Clivers.
That was when.
There's a hole in my bucket, dear Clivers. Dear Clivers, there's a hole in my bucket, dear Clivers. A hole. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I forgot when exactly that was, though. That was before COVID or after?
Yeah, and I hold you responsibly for bringing on Tim Wright.
Me? I was with you
Yes,
before.
I hold you responsible for that disaster.
Do we got to go back to the clip of the first time he appeared, and after you kicked him off the first time, you said, "JJ, what do you think about him?" I said, "I don't know about him, Arch. I think he's only here to promote his show." I was like an oracle, Arch. I was the oracle, but you didn't listen.
He was so different then, you know. He was so different. Gunzap, I tell you this now. We can
I
change the world.
spotted that garbage right away.
Gunzap, we can change the world together. You know this?
Yeah, how so?
Sorry?
I just said, how so?
We can bring illicit gambling to a new range of consumers, Gunzap. You understand?
I already have an idea for that, Archie, but I'm just not quite sure whether. What do you think, JJ? You've heard the whole fucking spiel. What's your idea?
Fucking cash it in. Let's get Jaguars. I want a fucking Jaguar.
There you go. Sounds like a good.
I want a Jaguar. Get in your fucking Jaguar and sell.
The leads are weak.
The leads. You're weak.
Coffee is for closers. Put that coffee down.
I tell you, JJ, man, I honestly, I really think if I had the guts, I would like to be a Jaeger-LeCoultre man solely. Nothing but JJs. That is it.
What are you into, JJ? You into this Jaeger-LeCoultre or how the fuck you pronounce it?
I like Jaeger-LeCoultre. I do. I don't. I like to have a little bit of everything. I'm a variety man. I don't want to have one brand. I mean, I do have mostly Rolex just because they're very useful. But I like to switch up.
When you say useful, are you talking in terms of like, you know, retaining value or utility?
No, just like the everyday use. You know, they're waterproof. You don't have to worry about.
Oh
They don't scratch super easy.
Yeah. What do you think about Archie going singles JC? Like, do you think it's insanity?
Yeah, I think it's stupidity, to be honest. No offense, Arch. I love you, but to go all JLC is crazy.
I'll be back in 1 minute, JJ. Just cover. Are you doing a show tonight?
No. Dungeon tonight. Angelic, I think.
Angelic's doing a dungeon?
I'm pretty sure.
Holy shit.
I think Tommy the hall monitor set it up already.
It's all ready to go? Far out,
Arch, we
man.
got you, Arch. We take care of Archie. Don't worry about it. It's all taken care of. You just sit back
Tell you what, Gunzap, we're going to make a lot of money. We're going to make a lot of money. We'll buy a Jaguar. I want a Jaguar, and I don't give a fuck about resale value. I don't give a fuck about service costs. I don't give a fuck about EVs. Come on, man. Let's jump on board. We'll go crazy, man. Come on. Come on, do it with me.
Yeah,
I'll be the front man, okay? You're just the programmer in the back. I told you to do it. That's your excuse. The moral police.
JJ, as my attorney, what do you think?
And you know what? What we can do is we can give a percentage of profits. We can give a percentage of profits to charities. You know, like we'll have the we'll pick some charities, okay?
We should make the ArchieLuxury casino and then give back to the ArchieLuxury community. That would
yes, let's do it, man.
fucking headlines. Everyone.
Arch, what's the ROI on this business? What's the ROI?
The ROI.
It depends. I mean, if you're operating in regulated markets, depending on what regulated markets.
We'll set up offshore. We'll do some offshore. We'll set up offshore in somewhere, you know, in China. We'll do it in China.
Arch wants 35%.
JJ, it depends. I mean,
we want 1,000% ROI, JJ. I want 1,000%.
I thought it was 35%. You could be a capital. What is it? A vulture capitalist.
Venture capitalist.
Vulture capital. You don't want to be a vulture capitalist?
Guys, we're getting ready to link up to the dungeon, guys. I want to thank Gunzap. I want to thank JJ for coming on. Today has been an amazing show. Gunzap, you are a genius. You're a genius. We're happy to harvest this, okay? Tell me what you want me to do, JJ. Tell me, Gunzap, we can do it. We can do anything you want. Let's make the money. Guys, I want to thank
Super chat,
Gunzap.
Arch, super chat.
Gunzap, you're a hero. We got a super chat here. Tiktology, $2. How much to sell 49% of AC3 live stream? We can do that.
Nice.
I need 150 US. There you go.
For half?
150 Tiktology. Guys, today's show, I want to thank our sponsors, Mr. Zoso, Patel Philippe, 100! Basil's Beezels, Happy Meal, $100. That's right. We had OG, Baby Girl, $50. Juco, Yankee Doodle, OG Baby Girl, your friend Mickey, P-Cars, Archibald Chesterfield the Fourth, Patel Philippe, Basil's Beezels, Patel Philippe, Thomas Burnett, The Watch Hangout, JD, M3 6 Speed, AD Never Calling, Kobe Lake, Pavel, GB, and Tickology. That is the show for today. We are live. We're linking up to the dungeon. See you tomorrow, guys.
Later,
Thank
guys.
you for coming. Thank you so much.